Hey everyone, how's it going? Shuffle's back here with another video, and we are going to attempt Void Rift, the final boss. I've been at this for a while now, so I think I have the strategy that's going to work. I just gotta actually make it happen. So you can see, I've seen a few people clear this, but they had basically the Archer buff, the Archer class buff. Unfortunately for me, I got the Defender class buff, which makes this significantly more difficult. Um, I only know one person actually that's cleared it with the Defender class buff on hard. So we're going to give this a go. I think I finally have a strategy that's going to work for my account. If you happen to have any of the big defenders, if you have Hars, or if you have, not many options, Hars, Torador, maybe Azor. If you're watching this in the future and you have the new guy from the Chaos faction, I forget his name. Then he might work here as well. I'll try and show you where that is. For me, I only have normal tanks. So these are the 8 units I'm going to bring in. We got Wrath. He's probably the least important, but probably the easiest to get. We got Isolde. Can be probably any tank as long as they've got some self-sustain. Then we've got Arrogance and Zillitu as our ranged fighters. We also have Abomination, and then we have Silas and Elwyn and Regulus. Obviously, you need somebody like Regulus, but these two are basically the same to me. Like, they could be interchangeable. I'm pretty sure, anyway. But it's close. I've literally been I spent a ton of time on stream trying this for a couple of days. And then I just spent about an hour playing around with different formations. So we're going to start with Silas. The boss comes up here at the top, but we're gonna use Silas for the boss, and that's not for a while. But we're gonna point him down to try and help with the adds that spawn out of the bottom, because we don't really have a tank down here that can kill them, and we can't afford more units than we have to get that job done. So we're gonna put Wrath here. He's just going to deal with this right-hand side on his own. Unfortunately, I'm still a week away from him being A5, so he can't self-sustain. But we're going to put Elwyn down anyway. You could potentially do this with Vortex. I'm using Elwyn because it lets me heal the top and buys me a little more time up against the boss. If you have the Archer buff instead of the Defender buff, you probably could do this without a healer. Or you could do it with Vortex. You could probably afford to add like a Turiel down here or somebody else that could help out, but for the Defender buff, it's very difficult. So we're going to put our strongest ranged fighter in Zillitu up here. When I put down Isolde, you can see there are 3 tiles here, and then we have 3 tiles here. So keep that in mind later. But we want a gap, ideally, in between our tank and in between our fighter. That way our fighter doesn't get nuked when the boss does his big sword swing skill. You can see the damage we're doing to these minions here. They do a ton of damage to your tank. If you don't have a real tank here, they're just going to kill you. And if you don't have a tank that does damage, they're going to stack up. You're not going to kill them, and they're going to kill you. What you can do, if you have 3 ranged fighters, you could put one here facing up, and then he can kill these and then kill those. Unfortunately for me, my Arrogance isn't quite strong enough to get that done. My Zillitu can, but like we just got Arrogance, and he's got good gear, but he's not skilled up yet, and he's not A1 either. So he's just not quite getting the job done. If I had a third one, I would probably try that, but because I only have 2 ranged fighters, we have to do it this way. So, anyway, this help here makes these guys pretty easy to kill in the first half of the fight. We're going to put Regulus way back here. So this is actually the opposite of what you would think. You would think that you take him and put him up in this first spot here. You can see my mouse, right? Yeah. You'd put him in the first spot here, and then you would put Arrogance behind him. But then our Sylas won't be able to reach these guys. And if you put him in the middle and put Arrogance behind him, then Arrogance is going to die. So what you have to do is you have to put him way at the back, and then we're going to take the Arrogance and put him at the front facing the Regulus once the boss goes by. So the timing is not too difficult. There is just one little thing you have to be aware of, but it's not too bad. We're going to wait on the Sylas ult so we can try and hit both of these guys at the same time. So we're just going to wait for him to start before we hit it. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but this is the reason. There goes the Sylas ult, by the way. This is the reason we brought Elo in, is because we're going to heal up Regulus. I don't know if we have to, but it's just safer. And I'm going to have it back anyway. I'm going to pop this, actually. I don't know why I didn't hit Zilatu's ult earlier, because we want to keep her as high health as possible. May as well hit hers as well, put up a shield. Alright, so there's nothing else going on. That top wave is dead. All we're doing now is waiting here. And we put him in. There is kind of like a split second where if you put him down too early, the boss will turn around and hit your Arrogance. So you got to make sure he's like fully locked on to your Regulus or whatever your tank you have here. That way he doesn't turn around. So, because he is really big, and you can kind of clip him when you put him down, and it'll force him to turn around. So just be aware of that. You can see he's hitting Regulus, so our Arrogance is perfectly safe. We're going to wait. Oh, well, I mean, obviously we're going to wait, but we're going to try and use his ult when the boss is about to do his big smash skill. So here it comes. We're going to pop both ults, Sylas and his. We're going to use this heal again. Top up our Regulus. And then what I want to do is I want to recall Arrogance pretty early. Reason being is that I want to be able to spawn him on the bottom to help with the ads. So we're going to respawn him at about 14%. I respawned him at 15% last time, and my Regulus died, and I just barely killed the boss, so it was a little too risky. Because he's going to do this skill here. The boss is burning, though, so let's recall now. Just because this is going to take a while to finish him off without him, you can see his timer's already going down. And then we want to get him out as soon as possible as well. We're going to take this hit, which is fine. Oh, he just died. Well done. Either way, he died. I don't know why Regulus died there. I thought we were good, but I guess we took too long. So now, instead of recalling them all at the end, you can see our Arrogance has 20 seconds left, whereas the others have 50 seconds left. So, should be fine. We're not too worried about the Wrath side. We are worried about the Abomination side. Put him down here. He's gonna help kill these things. See, they're both burned. Gonna try and keep him alive as long as possible. We're probably gonna have to use our Regulus. Be nice if we don't have to, but we're probably gonna have to. Alright, so he died. We're gonna put him down. This time we're gonna be putting him facing down because we do have to be able to use him to kill the boss. Be really nice if we could get a heal on Regulus. Would also be nice, if possible. If we kill one of these guys, I actually want to recall Arrogance. I think we're gonna do it here. The reason is we want to try and get him for the boss, and we're gonna put him facing across because Abomination doesn't have his ult. Alright, here we go. Oh, we're screwed at the bottom, aren't we? We don't have any damage down there. Kind of trying to stall at the bottom and keep up with our heals, but... Let's top her up. Unfortunately, Abomination isn't doing much, but we can put him in now to help with the damage at the bottom. And then if we're still alive in 20 seconds, we can put Arrogance in to help with the boss. If we get our heal back from Elwyn, we'll be fine. The problem is we don't have our ults for our damage up here. And he's healing. Yeah, so we just died. He just one-shot our entire team. I don't know why he one-shot my entire team there, to be completely honest. Again, if we had the damage buff from the archers, we would have won there. Because we had lots of health. I'm thinking it must be a time-based thing where he just does something and just kills everybody. I wonder if I recall Abomination early and put Regulus down as soon as Regulus is available. Because if I could get Arrogance in, we would have enough damage. We're doing what we gotta do to survive the bottom. There's just really no other way for me to get damage in right now. It's kind of the one Silas ult and the one Silitu ult, and that's it. I think our only hope is to be like right on top of that Silas ult when it's ready, in the hopes that we can get it back again. Because when their ults expire, we're like treading water damage-wise. Because he's healing enough that we're not really doing much. If the same thing happens, we might try switching our two tanks. Because Regulus does have the better gear. He just doesn't have a shield. And that shield really helps us against the boss there. On the second, on his like respawn. I'm also gonna try, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. We did fine on the first kill and we were just waiting for respawns, but I was gonna say I was gonna try holding his, or hitting his ult a little sooner, but I don't think it really matters. So we'll top everybody up. Sort of tempting to steal her. She's not doing anything for a bit. We could steal her and have her help down at the bottom momentarily. Because there's no more waves coming up here. I kind of want to try that. Problem is we need her, I mean, she gets her ult right away. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. So now he's locked on to Regulus. We put him down. We call him now. Do you want to recall him if possible? I think we could actually avoid him dying. Maybe gain a couple seconds. Yeah, see? Oh god, please still die. Alright. I was cutting it a little close, but we got there. Pretend that wasn't as close as it was. So I think that's the big, like, I'm gonna just blow everybody up skill. I wish he wouldn't have used his passive there. Fun Abomination. We need you, buddy. Problem is, Abomination doesn't... Okay. Why can I not recall you? There we go. I kind of wanted to recall him. May as well leave him now, I guess. It's kind of too late. But maybe... Okay, good. Wonder if we could put Abomination in and stall that death. I don't know if that works. Still 20 seconds away. Shield. Oh, we got the shield. That's good. You can see, like, we're down to 24%. Oh, this is the one that's going to kill us, though. I'm going to recall. And then, I don't know, can he die? Oh, look at that. We actually kind of beat the system there. Go, Silas, go. It's possible. 5, 4. Hey, we got it. All right. So there you go. We finally beat. We finally beat it. Pretty ridiculous run, to be honest. I really hope, for all of your sakes, that you have the archer buff, because doing it with the defender buff is terrible unless you have one of the top tier defenders. Unfortunately, I do not. You can see the damage output. Really, Silas just beasting. I will show you the gear, and I'll show you the end rewards. Really happy we beat that. So we get the random mythic artifact. We'll get a couple summons for the weekend. That's what else I got, if you're curious, through the beginning of the run. So we should be able to come in. We'll grab our first clear rewards as well. So we're going to get a mythic extract. We're going to get a couple more ancient summoning crystals, which will be great this weekend. 1,000 mithril. 3 more normal summons. This is actually really nice to be able to send your gear. And another mythic artifact. We're going to go with this one. Alright, so let's collect this first. Storage. You can see we're up to 11 ancient artifacts. Or ancient summons, I mean. Alright, let's grab these. May as well do one at a time. Regal Magistry. This isn't really one of the ones that I was looking for, but we'll take it. Always nice to have another copy. And Goddess's Grace. So we got both tank artifacts. I actually used this on my run. I'll show you in a minute. So not great artifacts, but we'll take it anyway. Let me show you the gear, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so first things first, we got Silas. My Silas is on, I forget what these sets are called, Warlord and Night Terror. So you can see the stats here. Plus 200 speed, plus 112 crit damage, 96.5 crit. Well, glad he didn't miss a crit at the end. Here's a better look at the stats if you want to see them. Basically, speed, crit rate, attack, attack and crit damage. Because I got this one, I'm actually using crit rate main. He's the only unit on my entire account that has crit rate main. But because it's got a double gold substat roll, we decided we had to use it. Also has speed in there. This piece actually is really nice. Another great ancient piece. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, speed, flat attack. And then, because we have the crit rate main, we can afford to really not have the best piece on this one, but crit damage and attack substats. As for his artifact, I've got him on Nether Messenger. My first copy, so I was kind of actually hoping for more copies of that. Next we get Zillitu. I have her on Annihilating Might and Glacier. I want this to be attack set, but I want it to be the Warlord set, so she gets the speed as well, because she's not fast enough. I need her to have a little more speed. I'm pretty happy with her stats otherwise. Plus 200 crit damage, plus 100 crit. Speed's a bit lacking. But it would give her a little more attack if I had her on the attack and speed from Warlord set. And get her up around 8-9k would be better. The problem is that she's on crit damage on 2 pieces. You can see crit damage, attack with crit rate, crit damage, and crit damage again. Just the way it worked out was my best Glacier set. It gave her the best damage over an attack piece because I just didn't have a great attacks piece to put in that slot. But at least with Glacier, it's giving her enough attack that she's still doing really good damage. As for her artifact, she's on Flawless Blade. We just got this one too, actually. I really like it though. Nice artifact. Next, we have Regulus. Regulus I have on Oleg's wall, and the reason I have him on Oleg's wall, I'm going to switch it back now. Well, we will switch it back. Actually, you know what? I'll just give him this one. This is what I had him on before. Is when I switched him from the top to the bottom, one of the things was getting by him, and I thought he was dead, but I just switched him to Oleg's wall to make sure, because there are 4 ads there, and if you don't kill one of them before the 4th one gets there, he'll walk by you and you'll die. So I switched him over just to be safe. I don't know. I don't think it played a role in that run, but it did give me another layer of safety just in case I hadn't killed in time. As for his gear, he's also on Glacier. He doesn't have to be on Glacier. It doesn't really help him. He's not doing any damage. Just kind of the way it worked out. He is on Life Force. I would love to change this to one of the upgraded sets, but it's got pretty good substats. Flat HP, HP defense speed, and then HP defense with crit rate. He doesn't need the crit rate either. He's not outputting any damage, but it's fine. HP main with purple speed, purple defense, which is the main thing. And then HP with purple speed and a good defense roll again with a little more crit rate. And then this piece I actually just got on stream yesterday. He was on triple HP, but this piece rolled really well and allowed me to really amp up his defense and without losing too much HP. As you can see, his HP is actually still got 24% HP, plus had 74 speed and some rage regen and flat HP. So we take his total stats. He's got 92k HP and 10k defense, and still has 371 speed. So I'm actually pretty happy with this build. Next, we have Arrogance. My Arrogance isn't doing much right now. I wouldn't necessarily copy his build, but his stats are good. Like, he's plus 10k attack. He's a little slow. I need him to be faster. But he's got almost 100 crit and almost plus 100 crit damage. But I need to get a full set on him, and I need to get him fully skilled up. He just isn't cutting it right now. Also, I need to max this, but this... Well, I need a piece on here that's maxed, but this piece just... I don't want to waste gold on it. This piece is nice, though. Crit rate, crit damage, HP defense. Attack with crit rate and HP, and some flat attack. Crit damage with high crit roll and attack roll with some HP. And then attack with flat attack, crit rate, crit damage, and a big flat HP roll. So we still got 36k HP with 16k attack. Just that poor speed is low at 163, and he still needs a little more crit. But I think his stats are decent. Just not having the set bonus is really hurting him. And obviously we're missing a little attack here, but not much I can do about that for now. And then Elowen, my Elowen desperately needs regear. This is like the gear I put on her when I first got her, and I haven't changed it since. I've basically been stalling. Her gear didn't really matter in this run. She's very fast. Too fast, actually. But you can see attack speed, HP, defense, but just the rolls are really low. I can definitely do better than this. So you don't need crazy gear on her. This one literally only has HP. HP with healing speed and rage regen, attack speed with defense and rage regen and healing, and then HP with speed, defense, attack, and healing. I was trying to get a little bit of everything, and this was before I really had any gear, so there's a lot of stats, but I think she needs way more attack, and probably an attack main as well, and take her off speed main. That's probably what I'll end up doing, and try and get her on a complete set. Honestly, I'm going to try and get her on, if I can remember the name of it, Invigoration. Because Invigoration will not only give her an attack buff, which will help her healing, but it'll also give somebody, a random ally on your team, an attack buff as well. So I'm going to try and switch her to that when I have a full set that I can just swap her onto. As for Artifact, I don't even remember. So in Jungle Relic, when HP's at max, increases healing effect by 30. This is actually kind of good for that run because she's never getting hit. So she's always at max HP, which means her healing effect is always boosted. And then my my Abomination, very tanky, 64k HP. It'd be really nice if he was on Glacier for that, but he's not. He's on attack, crit damage, and attack, and still a 61k HP, but he's got, whatever, 16,000, yeah, 16,000 attack, 162 speed. Again, a little short on crit. He's like probably my third or fourth fighter, but he was my tankiest one, so I had to try and use him in that spot. And yeah, pretty much it for him. Just try to make him a little different than my other fighters, because my Zillitu and my Arrogance are just pure damage. So I wanted him to be a little tankier, be able to serve a bit of a different purpose, because I don't use him as often. But in the role we used him in this video, he worked really well. And then finally, we have Wrath. Wrath is on Glacier. Take a look at his stats. 44k HP, 16k attack, plus 100, actually, plus 0 speed. 101 crit, 245 crit damage. So again, the issue is with gear, my stuff's a little too slow, some of it. Like my Elowen and my Silas are fine, but the rest of the stuff is just, and my Regulus. But everybody else just needs more speed. Like I want to get at least another 100 speed on him. But I was trying to get all these substats, and I just didn't have the fourth substat on a lot of them. Like crit rate, attack, HP is nice, but there's no speed. Same thing. Attack with crit rate, crit damage. This last slot would be nice if it was speed. Attack, crit rate, HP, defense. If that flat HP with speed would be nice. And then crit rate, attack, defense. If that flat attack with speed would be nice. But work in progress. As the game matures a little bit and I have more energy to farm more, we'll be able to improve all this. But those are the stats I use to get through this. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. That was a really hard fight, and it took me quite a few tries to get through it, and even just to find a strategy that worked. So hopefully at least the strategy will give you guys some sort of different idea that maybe will help you get through it. But hope this helps again, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section down below, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.